Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Rabbi.
This week's parsha is Parshas Nitzavim, and there's a verse in this week's parsha that says, "Ki koroiv eilecha hadavar me'oid beficha uvilvavecha lasoisei." It is close to you, this thing, this action, this responsibility, very much close to you, in your mouth, in your heart, to be able to do it. So first we'll share a story and then we'll try to give a little bit more insight as well. The story is told about Elijah the prophet, Eliyahu Navi. And this is brought down in Tanan Devei Eliyahu. That one time he was walking from place to place and he approached a person. And this person that Eliyahu Navi met, Elijah the prophet met, this person was not a learned person. He did not know any Torah. He did not know Mikra, it's called in Hebrew. He did not know the oral Torah, the Mishnah, and he was like making fun of the whole thing. So I told him, Elijah the prophet says, I told him, my son, what are you going to answer to your Father in heaven at the day of judgment? You know, you're supposed to follow the Torah. You have to do the mitzvahs. You have a responsibility to live like a Jew. What are you going to tell him? There's a time that you got to answer those questions. So he says, very simple. I'm not worried about that day. I will tell him understanding and wisdom, they didn't give me from heaven to be able to learn. And therefore, I'm exempt. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a wise man. So what do you want? You didn't give me the tools. So Elijah the prophet asks him, tell me, my son, what do your job? What do you do for yourself to support yourself? He says, I am... I capture fish and I go hunting. I do all these different type of things. I get the different animals, whether it's hunting, whether it's fishing. So he says, who taught you how to do this? It's a trade. You have to know how to do it. You can't you're not born with the talent. It's a trade. You have to learn how to do it. It's an art. So he says, for this I have wisdom and understanding. For this I have seichel. I got some brains for that. So he tells him. But it says a pasuk in the Torah. There's a verse in this verse. Ki karev elecha hadavar me'od. It's very close to you, in your mouth, in your heart to do it. So it's very close to you. The Torah is saying itself. The Torah says about it itself. Moshe Rabbeinu was telling us that to do the Torah is very easy. It's not that you have to be a big scientist. You don't have to go you climb the Mount Everest to get it. It's here. It's accessible. You have it. You work on it. You got to get it. So when he heard that, he started to cry. He realized that that's not going to work, that answer. The man was serious. It wasn't like he didn't want to learn. It just he felt that he wasn't able to do it. So he tells him, my friend, don't be scared. Don't feel bad. Because all the other people come upstairs, they say that same story. They say that same excuse and it doesn't work. But at least you have a chance to be able to make up for that while you're still here, while you're still alive. The truth of the matter is, Dalt Rebbe starts off his Tanya, his book of philosophy, of the Chabad philosophy, with his pasuk, Ki karev elecha hadavar me'od. In his introduction, he writes that the whole purpose of this book is to teach us how to serve Hashem on this verse. And the main point, just to be very general about it, is that the Alter Rebbe is saying over there, Ki karev elecha hadavar me'od beficha. The first thing is you can do it. You can do action. Everybody can do action. No such thing you can't do action. You don't have to be a scholar to do action. You have to learn what's right, what's wrong. You got to follow the manual. But to put on film, everybody can put on film. To light Shabbos candles, every woman can light Shabbos candles. To eat kosher, everybody can eat kosher. These are not complicated things. Beficha, you can do it. And when you do it, bilvavcha, it will awaken your heart. You will feel it. La'asois, to be able to do it in a complete way. But in the action level, you can definitely do it. So Hashem Shalom, we should be inspired. We should know that nothing is far away from us. And Hashem says, open for me the opening of an eye of a needle. Notice the eye of a needle. You ever tried to take the thread, put it through the eye of the needle? You could sit there for 10 days trying to put it through and then look at this and twirl it and this and that. I can't. Open for me an opening of the eye of a needle. I will open for you an opening of a grand ballroom. And we're not talking about a ballroom for a wedding. We're talking about like 6 football stadiums, because that's the ulam. That was the ulam of the Beis Hamikdash, was like 6 football stadiums. So you open for Hashem the eye of a needle, and you're going to get 6 football stadiums. Not a bad deal. So the idea of beficha vavchal asoyis for us to do it, if we do a little bit, everything opens up for us. Hashem Shalom, we should be inspired. We should be able to do it. We should be successful, and we should be able to be blessed for a good year, happy year, healthy year, together with becoming a Mashiach, B'karav Mamish. Amen.